You're posting daily, but you get zero engagement on your post. The reason is your branding. It doesn't stand out. After working with hundreds of founders, I noticed that there are 5 things you can do to elevate your branding. If you're serious about building your brand, then definitely watch this video until the end, because number 5, that's a real gem. First off, let's get our definition straight. What is branding? Branding is everything visual that we can see, from logo, typography, colors, the visual look and feel. Let's dive in. Number 1, define your value proposition. This is where you talk about the problem that you solve and that only you can solve, and also why you are the person to solve that problem. You're also telling people why is your approach better. There are 2 shops, right? Shop A and Shop B. And Shop A is selling a product, Shop B is selling the same product. You as a consumer, why would you choose A or B? It could be anything. It could be price, it could be service, it could be hospitality, which is service in some way. It could be the quickness. Really think about that. What is your value proposition? What is going to make you stand out in that market? With that being said, how does that make you stand out from your competitors? You can't just start and saying, I'm going to do this. Really intentionally think about your business. Really intentionally think about your brand. What is it that I'm building? What makes me qualified to do this? And also, why are people going to choose me to do this for them? What is the value that you'll be adding to their lives? Very, very important to think about that. Number 2, that is the brand identity. We want to stand out among our competitors. Let's say your service is phenomenal. Then there are other competitors who are doing the same thing as you who have phenomenal service. Then how can I, as a consumer, find your business? We need branding. We need branding that stands out. So we need a logo, we need colors, we need typography. We're looking for branding that makes you stand out. Have you ever heard the story about the purple cow? Say you're in a car driving. One day, it's a hot summer day, in your car on the highway, and you see cow, regular cows with, black and white. Typically, cows are black and white. You'll continue driving because they're normal, right? But say the next day you're on the same highway, and on that highway, you look and you see cows. And among the regular cows that you've seen, you see a cow that is purple, a purple cow. What would you do? Most of us probably crash the car because we've never seen a purple cow before. But I could assume that you would get off that highway, park your car, take out your phone, and start snapping pictures. Why? It's because it's something unique. Why am I telling you this story? In building your brand, we need to think about this. Something normal, black and white cow, and something abnormal, a purple cow. When building your brand, you need to ask yourself, where do I want to be on that spectrum? Do I want to be normal, or do I want to be extreme? Do I want to be somewhere in between or somewhere more to the extreme? That is all up to you. But we need to think about branding in this way. Am I a purple cow or am I a normal cow? Keep your brand cohesive. We need to realize our brand is telling our story. The story that we tell in one place, we need to tell in another. Branding should be the same overall. Whether you are communicating in your email, the colors, the logo, everything should be the same as on your website, as on all the other social media platforms. It needs to be a united, cohesive thing. In branding, there are risks involved. We need to take those calculated risks. If you imagine your favorite brand, it's probably a brand that is moving more towards that purple cow. Why? It's the only way for us to gain publicity or quick publicity. If you're working on a brand or a personal brand, this is something worth really paying attention to. Number 3, have an authentic voice. What does that mean? Your tone of voice says everything. Are you a person that use difficult words? Or are you a person that use simple words? Are you a person that use a lot of curse words in your tone of voice? Or are you a person that does not do that? Let me give you an example. Gary Vee, we know he dropped F-bombs, right? If he comes for an interview, you have to tell him, don't curse that much. Or maybe you do like that. But there are other brands that they don't, right? They won't be cursing that much. F-bombs, that is a part of Gary Vee's identity. That's a part of his branding. That's something that he's known for, a part of his personal brand, his reputation. When building a brand, we need to think about which are we? How is that voice? We really have to think about everything because that is what we're communicating to the world. Number 4, yeah, you probably guessed it, storytelling. When building a brand, personal brand, we have to think about the stories that we tell. And the stories have to be intentional. In this video, I'll link it up here. I talked about how to imagine your life as pictures. Pictures of different key events. What I like to do with my clients is look at their life and take out 5 to 7 events, key events in their life. And these stories I'll use in their brand messaging as metaphors, as examples, just to get that connection with the audience, to get that relatability. We are humans, we're emotional beings. Stories connects us. Stories make things relatable, make things easily understandable. So stories are a big one. Don't forget to tell stories. Stories bring out that human side. Stories allow us to build that trust that we want in our branding, in our personal branding quicker. Telling stories is a must. Number 5, focus on the customer journey. When you're building a brand, really think about your consumer first. Put them on a road that is smooth, not a rocky one. If you put them on a rocky path, a rocky road, they'll leave that road and try to find something that's smooth. From the start, from the jump, we need to have them on that smooth road. We need to make sure that the journey starts memorable. For example, say someone sends you a DM on Instagram. You shouldn't ignore them. That is a rocky road. You should send them a message, a personal message saying, hey, thank you for this and that. That is an immediate connection. Or someone buys one of your products on your website. Instead of a generic message that you can print out, maybe you could think about a handwritten note. I know it's just one person. And if you have a big business, it might be very difficult to do that for everyone. But really think about your consumer. How can you make their journey memorable? If you're getting 0 engagement, that is showing that your brand is not strong enough and there are holes in your brand. If you do these 5 things, then definitely your brand will stand out. If you're serious about building a strong, impactful brand, then definitely check out this next video.